Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku. And today I'm doing that with a puzzle by FullDeck and missing a few cards called Thermorrow. I get a lot of recommendations for FullDeck and missing a few cards puzzles, and I think this is probably because a lot of people have subscribed to FullDeck and missing a few cards' newsletter, and their puzzles are available for free, so people know that they can be featured on the channel. So people get puzzles, they see that they're good and fun puzzles, and therefore recommend them. Occasionally I'll get people who will recommend FullDeck and missing a few cards puzzles because they can't solve the puzzle and they want me to solve it so that they can see how. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to me that I get so many FullDeck and missing a few card puzzle recommendations, but I don't mind because I love doing them. Of course, if you're not FullDeck and missing a few cards, or even if you are and you would like to see one of your puzzles featured on the channel or have a recommendation of a puzzle that you want to see done, my puzzle submission guidelines are linked below, and there's normally a pop-up in every video as well. Not in the, I don't do it in the World Puzzle Federation or the Sudoku Tunes ones, but in the normal features there is. So I don't really have anything else to call out other than you might see a few puzzles from them coming up. I've had a few things go really, really wrong with my life recently, so I'm trying to figure out how to cope with all of that. And therefore I'm just getting puzzles. I'm pulling puzzles from the queue, not necessarily in order, but this came up, and I've got so many recommendations from them. I might just do a few of theirs, so we'll see how it goes. Let's have a look at this one, Thermorrow by FullDeck and missing a few cards. I've said that before. Is there an echo in here? Let's have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules. Of course, there'll be a link below to where you can try this puzzle for yourself. I'll put a link to where you can subscribe to their newsletter, so to their website where they publish all their puzzles, and there will be a thing in there where you can sign up to their newsletter and get everything signed up. Really good puzzles from them, and they publish a lot. So anyway, normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have arrows. Digits along an arrow must sum to the number indicated in the circle from which the arrow emerges. Digits may repeat along arrows if allowed by other rules. So the sum of those 3 digits goes there. The sum of those 3 digits goes there. The sum of those 2 digits goes there. That's the rules of arrows. Thermometers. Along grey thermometers, digits strictly increase from bulb to tip. So as we move along this, the digits will always increase. So that digit will be larger than this. This digit will be larger than this. This digit will be larger than this. So they will always have to go up. They're the rules of the puzzle. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Okay. Right, what is the minimum I can put in these? The minimum I can put in these is 1, 2, and 3, and then the minimum I can put in each of those is 1. So 1, 2, 3 is 6 plus 1 plus 1. These have to be 8. If I add 6 plus 1 plus 1, that's 8, and the maximum I can put there is 9. So this has to be 6. Right, if this is 6, these have to sum to 3, and therefore these would be 1 or 2. If these sum to 7, these could be 1, 1. This can't sum to any more than 7, because if this summed to 8, for example, those 2 digits would need to sum to 1, and I can't make 2 digits sum to less than 2. So this is 6, this can't be a 3, sorry, this has to be 1 or 2, because the sum of those 2 digits can't be higher than 3. And I can't make, if one of them was a 3, the other one would have to be 0. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4. But I can take that further. I can definitely take that further. Right. This is 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4. It must contain 1 and 2, and that gets me that. But this one is forced, because the minimum those digits can be is 1, 2, and 4, which is 7. That is the minimum those can be. But the minimum this one can be is 1. The minimum this one can be is 1. 7 plus 1 plus 1 is 9. That has to be a 1. That one says that's not the 1. This is 1, 2, 4. There's no 1 or 2 on any, right. So the 1 and the 2 in this box, right. There's so much going on here. There's no 1 or, so the 1 and the 2 that must be on here, because if there's no 1 or 2 on here, this sums to too much, because the minimum would be 1, 3, 4, which is 8 plus 9, 10, and this would have to be 10. So there's a 1 and 2 on here, there's a 1 and 2 on here. So in this column, there's no 1, 2 here, there's no 1, 2 here. The 1, 2 is in one of these. However, this can't be a 1 or a 2 because of the thermo. If this was a 1, we'd have to go 0 and then negative, but you can't use even zeros. And if this is a 2, we'd have to go 1 and then 0 to go down on the thermo. There's no 1, 2 here. This is a 1, 2 pair. That's fine. And where's 4 in this box? 4 can't be in any of those. No, where's 4 in this box is the question. Where is 4 in this box? 4 can't be in any of those. 4 can't be here. If this was a 4, this would go 4, 3, 2, 1, which is fine for the thermo, but 2 and 1 aren't available. 4, 3, 2, 1 would mean all of those digits would be from 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can't fill out 6 cells in a box from only 4 digits because I can't repeat digits in the box. So this can't be a 4. So there's no 4 in any of those. 4 is in one of those 3. I can see it's not there, but I'll come back to that, which means this isn't 4. This is 1, 2, 3, which doesn't restrict that yet. This can't be a 4 for multiple reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is one of them. The other one is this arrow. Now let's start ignoring this for now. The minimum you could put on an arrow is 1, 2, 3, which would sum to 6. So this has to be at least 6, 7, 8, or 9. But this can't be 6 or 7, because if this is a 6, this would have to be 1, 2, 3, and I'd be repeating 1, 2 in either the row or the box. I can't put 1 and 2 on this line. So the minimum, if I use a 1, I can't use a 2, because if I put a 1 here, there's no 2 on it, because this had become a 2. So if I put a 1 on here, the minimum is 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4 is 8. So this isn't 6 or 7. That's probably a better way of looking at it. That's an 8 or a 9. 9 is in one of these two, because 9 in this box can't be in any of those by Sudoku. It can't be on an arrow. So 9 is in one of those two. And the reason it can't be on an arrow, if this is a 9, there'd be 9 plus something, and this would have to be higher than 9, which doesn't work. I can see 1 by Sudoku is up here. 1 by Sudoku is in there. That's less influential. I get the feeling that it's all happening in this column, because this is a minimum of 4. Because 1, 2, and 3 are not available. But this maximum 8, maximum 7, maximum 6, maximum 5, because if this was a 9, there'd be no fill because they have to go up. So maximum 9, maximum 8, maximum 7, maximum 6, maximum 5, because the maximums always go down. And this is a minimum of 4. So 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. So these are forced to be something in here. But this is going to be forced in some way as well. And there's probably a trick there I'm not seeing yet. Must there be a 3 on that? This is a minimum of 5. Because it can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yeah, this is a minimum of 5. This is a minimum of 5. So this is 5, 6, 7, or 8. So this can't be right. Where is 4 in this column? Yeah, that's the easy way to do it. Can't put 4 in any of those. Can't put 4 in any of those. That is the 4. Because it can't be lower than 4. So I can't put a 4 here. I'd need something lower than 4, and there's something lower than 4 available. So these are from 5, 6, 7. Where's 9 in this column? It's that simple. Where is 9 in this column? I can't put 9 here. There's something higher on the thermo. This is 1, 2. There's something higher on the thermo. And if this is a 9, this would have to be higher than 9. That's the 9. Great. 8 and 9 in this box need to be in those two, because I can't put 8, 9 here because I couldn't go up. If this was 8, if I put 8 in here, like even here, 8, 9, that'd have to be 10, and it can't be because I can't put a 10 into a cell. So 8 and 9 are here. So with 9 being here and 9 being here, 9 is in one of those 3. But these are known digits now. If this is a 1, this is an 8. If this is a 7, this is a 2. Because these have to sum to 9. So that's a 7-8 pair, meaning this is 6 and 5. 5 and 6 now need to be in here. With 7 or 8, and I'm not seeing how that's forced yet. 3 is definitely in one of those. This can't be a 3 because this would need to be lower than it, and it can't be. So 3 is in one of those two. If this isn't a 3, it couldn't be a 4. This would be 5, 6, 7. It does kind of work. I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are actually 7, 8, 9. So I know what these 3 digits are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, and 6. These are 3, 5, and 6. And 3 can't be here. And 6 can't be here because if this was a 6, there's nothing higher here. Okay, that's cool. So if this is 5 or 6, this has to be higher. It's 6, 7, or 8, and this is 7, 8, or 9. This can't be a 6. If this is a 6, and I'm probably looking at this the wrong way, but I'm finding stuff, so it's all cool. If this was a 6, the minimum those could be, it'd be 1, 2 to make that a 9. But 1 can't be in either of those cells. So the minimum these could be is 2 and 3. So this is the 3. The minimum, because I can't put 1 in either of those, the minimum these are is 2 and 3. Just minimum. This isn't saying what they are, but it's the minimum they can be. So the minimum those can sum to is 5. So if this is a 5, this would sum to 10, and this would have to be a 10. And if this is a 6, this would have to be 11. This has to be the 3. Now that doesn't force this to be 2, 3 yet, but this is the 3, making this the 5, this the 6. This isn't a 6, and this isn't a 7. But that gives me an 8, 9 pair, which means that is a 7. Now, these can sum to a maximum of 6 without there being a 1. So there has to be a 2 on this arrow. If there's no 2 on this arrow, the minimum it could be without a 1 is 3, 4, which would be 7, and that would need to be a 10. But it could be 2, 3, 2, 4. Yeah, it can only be 2, 3, or 2, 4. 2, 4 would be 6. And if it's 2, 3, this is 5 plus 3, which is 8. And if it's 2, 4, this is 9. So this is an 8, 9 pair, making that a 7. That's very cool. And this is 8 or 9, meaning this is either 1, 7 or 1, 8, because there is a 1 on this arrow by Sudoku. This is very cool. I like this puzzle. I'm having fun. These are different. Those are different. Can I do anything with that? Because, no, they may be both 1s and that could be an 8. I'm completely wrong about those necessarily needing to be different. This is 4, 7, 8, or 9, and it can't be 7, 8, or 9, because again, the minimum here is 3. If this was 7 plus 3, this would be 10. This can't be. This is the 4, and this is the 7, 8, 9. 7 must be in one of those two. And if this is 4, the maximum those can sum to is 5. To make that a 9, but it can't be a 9. The maximum this is 8. The minimum these are is 3 with 1, 2. 4 plus 3 is 7. This is 7 or 8. But there must be a 1 on this. There now must be a 1 on that arrow. If there's no 1 on this arrow, this would be 2, 3, and this would need to be 9. So there is now a 1 on this arrow. And it's either 1, 2, I'm about to come back to a bit of logic that unlocks. It's either 1, 2 to make this 7, or it's 1, 3 to make this 8. Oh, the 1 isn't here. This isn't the 1. This is the 1. And now I don't even need to use the logic I found, because the 1 looks like making that the 2. I can't make both of these 2, or this would be 6 plus 4, which is 10. This is the 1. Oh, this is cool. This isn't the 1 anymore. This is the 1. I was about to say, if one of these had to, the logic I had noticed before I realized this one told me which one, is if one of those is 1, I can't make both of those 1. Therefore, these are different, and 6 plus 2 plus 1 means that has to be 9, which means this is 8, which is 3 plus 5. These are 2, 3. The 2 is looking across now, making that the 3 and that the 2. This is 8, which is 1, 7. This is beautiful. I can see 9 is in one of those. This is a maximum of 7 now. This is 5, 6, or 7. And it's not 7, it's a maximum of 6. And there must be a 2 on this arrow. And I've done that without explaining why, but I'm about to. So this can't be 8, 7, which is on this arrow, 8 or 9. So its maximum is 6, but it can't have a 1 down here. So the minimum here is 2, 3. So this is 5, 6. But it can't not have a 2, because if it doesn't have a 2, the minimum is 3, 4, which would mean it'd have to be at least 7, which it can't be. So this is either 2, 3 or 2, 4. There's no 3 here. This is very cool. Still haven't fully unlocked it though. 9 and 9 knocks 9 out of all of those. Can't put 9 here because 9 to sum to 7 or 8, this would need to be a negative number. That's a 9. Which puts 9 in one of those, but again, it can't be on the arrow for similar negative number reasons. 4, 7. Oh no, 7 is in one of those two. 7 in this row. Can't be in any of those. Can't be in any of those, because if this was a 7, this would have to be a 1 to get to 8, and 1's not available. So 7 is in one of those two. So these are restricted. They're only from 5, 6, 8. That can't be an 8. If this was an 8, this would have to be a 1, and it can't be. So this is only 5 or 6. And it can't be 6, because if this is a 6, this would have to be a 3, and it can't be. This is 5, 4. And this isn't a 5. These are 6, 7, and 8. And the 6 must be in one of those two, but that's not doing too much that I can see. But the 4 looks across, making this the 2, and this is now the 3 or 4 to get to 5 or 6. Okay. Oh, there's no 1 on this. The 1 here means this is 2, 3, 4, the absolute minimum it could be, which means this is a 9, because 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9. That's been there for ages. I just got distracted by other stuff. Didn't miss it, just didn't get to it yet. That means this is the 1, this is the 2, which makes this the 7, taking 7 out of there. This is a 6, 8 pair, which means this isn't the 8, this isn't the 9, that's the 7, that's the 8. The 9 looks across, making that the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, this is a 5, looking down, making that the 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6, which means this is the 2 and this is the 4. 2 is in one of those two. Haven't figured out which yet. The 6 looks across, making that the 8 and that the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8. These are all 5, 7, and 8. There's no 8 there. In fact, 8 in this box is placed because I can't put 8 in any of those and I can't put 8 there. This is the 8, which means 8 is in one of those two. What are these? 1, 2, 3 has to go in here. That's the 3. So this is the 7, this is the 5 by Sudoku. That takes 7 out of those. This is the 8, this is the 5. 8 is 5 plus 3, making that the 2, and 2 plus 6 is 8. This is the 7 that hasn't been placed in the box. Could have also done it by row. Got there in the end. The 3 and the 4 look up, making that the 2, taking 2 out of those. And I haven't resolved the 3, 4 yet. I will. I just haven't yet. So what are these? I've got the 1 and 2 in the column. I don't have the 3 and I don't have the 9. These are the 3 and the 9, but the 3 is looking across, making that the 9 and that the 3. This box, I have to put a 2 in the box and I can't put it in any of those. That's the 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. use that 4 to make that the 6 and that the 4. This row, well, that's not the 9 anymore because of that 9, so that becomes the 9. 1, 2, 5, and 6. These are 5 and 6, and I can use either of those digits to resolve it. And now where's 5 and 6 in this column? Can't put them there. These digits are all filled, so this is a 5, 6 pair, and I can use either of those to make that the 6 and that the 5. So this column is missing, it's 8. That's an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this box is missing at 7. Could have used the row, but I used the box instead. This 2 is saying that's not the 2. This 3 is saying that's not the 3. So that's the 1. Take the 1 out of those, but use the 1 to jump across, making that the 7 and that the 1. Where do I look now? This box, I think, because these columns are nearly filled. I need to put a 4 in this box. Well, I'm not putting it in any of those, and I'm not putting it there. So that's the 4. So this is now a triple. 5, 6, I've got a 7 and 8. So these are 5, 6, and 9. But the 9 isn't in either of those. That's the 9, looking across, making that the 8 and that the 9. And I can use either that 5 or that 6 to resolve this is 5 and this is 6. The 2 is looking across, making that the 3 and that the 2. These are now down to pairs in rows or singles here. But these are 1 or 3. I'll use the 1 to make that the 3 and that the 1. The 3 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 3. This is a triple, 4, 7, and 8. Well, the 4 in the row says that's not the 4, so this is the 4, and I'll use either that 7 or that 8 to make that the 8 and that the 7, and that is the solution to a beautiful puzzle that has been solved quite a lot. Oh well, I've brought you a puzzle that you've seen before, probably, but that's okay. I do have more subscribers than this puzzle has been solved, so hopefully some of you are seeing this for the first time. I'm seeing this for the first time, and honestly, this is me sharing. I am also bringing a publication service, but this is me sharing puzzles that I'm solving, and I really enjoyed this one. Again, I'm working through stuff that's been in my queue for a while. My queue is shrinking from doing this, so hopefully people will submit. But I've still got some stuff to do, and worst case scenario, I'll just do some more FullDeck and missing a few cards puzzles. I'm sure I'll be fine. And I've got some packs that are coming up, but it'll hopefully come out over the next couple of months as well. Lots of stuff to record at a time when I'm not getting a lot of downtime. We'll see how it all goes. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I definitely did. And as always, good luck with your solving.